What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. And all right, look, y'all, my friends, my peoples, okay? Marvel is in trouble, all right? I've been saying this for a while. Marvel is in trouble. What have I been saying about Kevin Feige? He is not the genius y'all think he is, okay? He is not the genius y'all think he is. Y'all think he's, oh man, he's this great producer. He has this incredible mind and he's doing all of this stuff. Brother just got lucky, okay? I'm not taking anything away from him, but he's just not that kind of guy, all right? He's not Steven Spielberg, all right? He's not Jerry Bruckheimer, who just finds the right projects and puts the right talent together and does all of this amazing stuff, okay? He's just a guy who happened to be in the right place at the right time with the right talent. I've been saying this for many years, but I've really been saying it on my channel very clearly, okay? And now they're trying to figure out what to do with this whole Marvel Cinematic Universe mess that they have on their hands, all right? Especially after coming out with Ant-Man. And what did I tell you guys Ant-Man was, okay? I told you that normies would love this movie because it fits all the stuff that normies love, okay? Little to no character development, lots of lame jokes, lots of CGI battles, okay? And they make it seem like there's stakes when there really isn't any. Quantumania is just totally skippable at this point, right? It's a skippable movie. All right. Everything that was in this movie is just kind of like fill in the blanks. Like for people who never saw Loki. You know what I mean? If you never saw Loki, all right, yeah, you might get something out of this because its entire purpose is just to introduce this dude right here, Kang. The movie really isn't even about Ant-Man and the Wasp at all. All right. It's about Michelle Pfeiffer's character. What's her face? Janet. So if you like really are into Janet's character and you never saw Loki to know who Kang is, yeah, go ahead and check it out. You might get something out of this. Everybody else, there's not much more to this movie than that. All right. If you're really into those two characters, go check it out. Otherwise, this movie is a nothing burger of norminess, okay? It's just normie stuff. And look, if you like this movie, I'm not taking anything away from you, okay? Enjoy the things that you enjoy. Do what you like, love what you like. I'm not tripping off of that. I'm just telling you right now that this thing was just designed for normies, okay? And you know you're a normie if you were like, man, I came out of this movie loving this, man. This was a phenomenal You're a normie, all right? Just calling them like I see them. That's it. And it looks like this thing is not going to be doing the numbers that maybe they expected. It only got $17.5 million in the Thursday previews, which is solid numbers on any other type of film. But when you've spent $200 million on a movie and you're only making this much, okay, you're going to struggle to get to that, $100 to $110 million opener that they're expecting. Let's go ahead and read some of this real fast. So update after exclusive Thursday came in at a $17.5 million per Disney, $500K ahead of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2's previews in 2017. That figure is also ahead of last year's Avatar Way of Water, $134 million opening, about the same as Jurassic World Dominion, and not far from Top Gun Maverick. I guarantee you Ant-Man is not going to do anywhere close to any of these film numbers. I don't even know why they bother bringing these films up. You think Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to do $1 billion? I don't think so. Quantumania's preview number also leads 2017's Thor Ragnarok at $15 million on Thursday, 2018's Ant-Man and the Wasp $12 million on Thursday, and then 2015 Ant-Man $6 million Thursday opening. Yeah, it's going to do better, okay? Because people are saying, okay, let's see what this Phase 5 is all about. Let's get it going. And this movie, again, totally skippable. Totally skippable. I don't think anybody actually needs to go and watch this. Like I said on my Out of the Theater review, and you can go ahead and check that above. I said, hey, go check it out on Disney Plus, okay? Go check it out on Disney Plus. It'll be there in a couple of months, all right? You're not missing anything at all, trust me. It mentions here that the Thursday night previews for Marvel's crop last year were Doctor Strange at $36 million, Thor Love and Thunder at $29 million, and then Black Panther at $28. You notice the diminishing returns we're getting here, right? 36, 29, 28, now we're down to 17, okay? And look, not one of these movies made $1 billion. Do you think Ant-Man is making $1 billion? That's why I'm like, why did they even mention them other films? It's absolutely hilarious. Industry projections have the 4-day for Quantumania at $120 million, but Disney thinks it's between 105 and 110. I think it might struggle to get to this number. I really do, okay? $17 million and not that many people are just like flocking out to see this. It'll definitely get to 90 for sure. Maybe 95 easily, but I mean, that last 5 million is going to be tough in the domestic market, you know, and we'll see how it does internationally. I think internationally it's probably going to track pretty decently. But yeah, overall, I don't know if Ant-Man is really the movie that people are wanting to see. It's really not even the Ant-Man movie. What you think about from the first two films, this film just abandons all of that stuff, right? There's no Michael Pena cracking jokes with, you know, with T.I. Them guys ain't even in this film, you know? So I don't know. I don't think that this movie is going to really do what Marvel expects it to do, which is kind of par for the course with Marvel lately. Yeah, going back to this particular article, well, basically, like I was saying on that previous video, they got to scale all of this stuff down. All of the Phase 5 and Phase 6 content, they got to regroup. They got to come back to the table and say, what are we doing right now? All right, because none of this stuff is working. Phase 4, complete bust. All right, the movies, nobody hit $1 billion with the exception of Spider-Man No Way Home, which is a Sony produced movie. All right, with the most popular character in Marvel's history, dragging back all of this nostalgia. You can only get away with that stuff once. All right, so that doesn't really help anything else in Phase 4. And then you get to Phase 5, and they're landing with a dud right now, all right? Yes, the normies will like it, but this isn't a film that these guys are going to go see multiple times. Because normies don't watch movies multiple times. You know who does? Geeks and nerds, guys like us. We're the ones that were going out to see, you know, Winter Soldier 3 or 4 times, Civil War 3 or 4 times, getting all the little nuances so we can win our arguments and all the stuff that we discuss, and then flipping back and looking at what match what comic and all that kind of stuff. Normies don't care. They're just here for popcorn entertainment, munch, and then they just walk on out the door and all right, I'll see you guys at Guardians, okay? They're not going to drum up additional business with repeat viewings, okay? I think maybe like somewhere in the neighborhood of 10% of people actually go to see Marvel movies more than once. So I don't think this is going to work out very well for them. And as you can see, Disney's shelving a lot of stuff, right? Not long after, and this was talking about when they had to reevaluate their slate. I did a video on that, which I will also link above. 3 specific Disney Plus shows were rumored to have been heavily delayed. What If Season 2, Echo, and Agatha Coven of Chaos. Who was interested in seeing any of those? Were you like, man, I can't wait till Echo come out? Boy, man, it's on my calendar. I'm writing it down. No, nobody was waiting for this stuff. Additionally, Blade got a reset and Armor Wars became a movie instead of a series. There's a lot going on over there at Marvel. Kevin Feige does not have it all together. Like I said, this guy was just throwing stuff out there. Let's see this or let's try this. Let's try that. All right. He was trying to find his way through this stuff and he was hoping that some of you guys would love, oh man, I love, you know, this story or that story. I want to see this. I want to see that. Like Agatha, for instance. Did Agatha really have like, oh yeah, we already had that in the works after WandaVision. We knew exactly what this character would mean to the audience, and we were already preparing to get ready. Nah, man, that was reactionary. Okay? Agatha Coven of Chaos is totally reactionary. People weren't waiting on that. Oh, man, I can't wait to see an Agatha Harkness series. What? People liked the character. They enjoyed the character in WandaVision. They reacted and moved forward, okay? That is proof positive that Marvel didn't necessarily have it all together, that they knew exactly what they wanted to do. And again, I think this is going to be another trend you're going to see with Marvel, slower Disney Plus release rollouts, okay? They're not just going to be cranking things out. Boom, we got to get to the next show. We got to get to the next movie. Let's throw it on Disney Plus. They're not going to do a lot of that stuff. He even admits it here. After referring to a Saturday Night Live sketch that poked fun at how frequently the MCU was putting out series, Feige admitted that the sheer volume of projects has made it more difficult for the studio to tap into one of its most impressive feats, its ability to hit the zeitgeist. I do think one of the powerful aspects of being at Marvel Studios is having these films and shows hit the zeitgeist. It's harder to hit the zeitgeist when there's so much product out there and so much content, as they say, which is a word that I hate, laughs, you know. And when he's talking about hitting the zeitgeist, basically it's being able to tap into the culture, okay? He finds something that works with the culture and bam, taps into it, okay? And now all of a sudden, this particular, like, you know, the Thanos snap or whatever, you know, and all of a sudden there's memes all over the place. People are talking about it. People are mentioning it. There's been none of that, all right? Absolutely none of that. Maybe with Loki a little bit, but since Loki, nothing really that makes you kind of like, oh yeah, it's something on that level of the Thanos snap where, you know, that almost became like a popular term that you use. Yeah, let's just Thanos snap that thing out of here or whatever. You never heard that kind of stuff. And that was something that Marvel was able to do. But you didn't get that in Phase 4, all right? Nobody really cared about Phase 4 outside of Spider-Man No Way Home. And again, a couple of projects here and there, all right? But nothing that landed with the people. And that's where Marvel is right now because they're losing the people. people that would have been like, oh yeah, I gotta watch this, I gotta see this, I gotta keep up with everything that's happening. I have several friends, several friends who are like, hey, tell me what's happening in Marvel. I haven't seen a show or anything since like early 2021 when they were coming out with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. A lot of them tuned out right after that. Right after Falcon and the Winter Soldier, done. Hey, D, keep me up to date. What's going on? All right. So I think that this is going to kind of continue until, T says phase 6 is going to be the phase that they finally get it all together. All right. But phases 4 and 5 are going to be big washes. We'll find out. But folks, you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. I think Marvel is in very, very deep trouble right now. I don't know if they'll be able to recover from it, but we'll find out. You guys go ahead. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.